All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example to us younger brothers, and peace and blessing, salutations to the whole lake out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the whole lake, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through through faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. And what we're gonna get into today, all right, is the destroying of idols. Now, when you go into the ancient world, when we would conquer, a heathen nation, we would be commanded, to destroy, all right, their physical idols, in the places of, where they worship, those idols, those things were taken down. Even amongst Israel, when certain kings would come into power, and the king before it, would set up idol worship, to these other guys. Well, their righteous king, I believe Josiah, was one of them. They would tear down the different idols, you see, and what's now, and now, all right, what we're doing in the spirit, we're destroying idols, because idols, all right, lead, to a particular lifestyle, you know, because today people are not worshiping, pretty much, statues and, all right, it's not so much of the ancient idol worship. It's the things that they're idolizing, the things that they're putting above Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. And this is speaking to Israel. And what's happening through this word, those idols are being destroyed. You see? Now, I want to read the book of Deuteronomy. The brothers of Birmingham brought this out yesterday. And it reads, this is Deuteronomy 12 and 2. It says, ye shall utterly destroy all the places wherein the nations which ye shall possess serve their gods, upon the high mountains and upon the hills and upon every green tree. So we was commanded to destroy those places of worship, of the heathen gods, of idolatry. Just like today through the spirit, what's happening, because it said on a high mountain. Well, the high mountain today is America, because America is pretty much the altar of idolatry in the earth. Like that Queen of Heaven vibration stems in America. That's why it's so heavy here. That's why it's, women, that's their biggest, stronghold on women is the energy of the Queen of Heaven, because Esau has deified them. All right. But this is the chief place, all right, of pretty much idolatry, man. Even that partying, and drinking and, lifestyle that goes back to Bacchus. That's chiefly here in America that these things are played out. You got the cities like Las Vegas, Miami, LA, all these different party cities, you know. Going back to that Greek guy, Dionysus, the god of pleasure, lust. You see, all these things are rooted here in America. That's why America is known as the mother of harlots. And see, upon this high mountain, we're destroying the idols. You see, we're confounding, these idols. Now it's being realized how foolish, you know, these lifestyles are. All right, because reading on in Deuteronomy 12 and 3, it says, and ye shall overthrow their altars and break their pillars and burn their groves with fire, and ye shall hew down the graven images of their gods and destroy the names of them, all right, out of that place. And that's what we're doing in the spirit. All right. That's what we're doing in the spirit, because when you go to 2 Corinthians 10, all right, 2 Corinthians 10 and 4, it says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the pulling down of strongholds. And the main strongholds, all right, especially here in America, is pretty much woman worship, the worship of money, and pleasure, you know, because none of those things are wicked within themselves, but it's the way that we've been taught to prioritize them, and the way that we've been taught to use these things and overdo these things, and exaggerate particular things, man. You see, because a woman, was created to be a pleasurable vessel unto a man. You see, but the woman has been removed out of place and exalted to the point of just worship, the center of attention, this place of authority. You see? But see what's happening, that's coming down, and see, they can feel it. All right? Like, these women can't explain to you why they spazzing out like they spazzing out. To the point where they're talking about things that we're not even talking about, man. They concerned about things that we don't even put much thought into, man. You know, Dealing with the whole thing of the heathen women in the kingdom. All right? Why is Eve spazzing out? Because she can feel that worship, all right, is waning. You see? It's going away. Her being exalted, that's going away. You see? Because in the Most High, he pretty much has it on every catastrophe. Because even you have the red pill community, they don't have the truth, you know. But there's some guys that make good points. They kind of well put together. All right, they're not all the way in, but they're pushing that energy, which the apostles and the elders been pushing that energy, man. Been pushing that energy of not worshiping women, man. Not putting women on the pedestal, man. The apostles been doing that way before this red pill movement. You see, let you know how far ahead the spirit is. But see what's happening in the earth, the energy, of men, all right, has pretty much depedestalized the woman, and she can feel it. You see? And that's why you see, this reaction. So reading it again, 2 Corinthians 10:4, it said, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the pulling down, all right, through the Most High, to the pulling down of strongholds." All right. So all these strongholds are being pulled down, man. Is mainly through idolatry, man. Christianity, that was heavy idolatry, man. It's being pulled down. You see, someone says they're a Christian, they might get laughed at, man. I'm a Christian and try to pull out John 3:16, they probably get laughed to scorn, man. Because that stronghold of thinking that was just this divine, religion, that was it. That was the pinnacle of the earth, Christianity. That has been destroyed, man, through this word. So the word is bringing down idolatry, man, and these people are being confounded. And that's why they spazzing out. So let's get this account. I want to get this account dealing with in the book of Acts. All right. This book of Acts chapter 19, because you remember, the account that the Apostle Paul had with Demetrius. Now, when you get Acts 19:24, it says, "For a certain man named Demetrius, a silversmith, which made silver shrines for Diana," all right, which is nothing but, the queen of heaven. You see, and even when you go back to dealing with ancient Babylon, those Cushites, or did you have Semiramis? And she was pretty much she was pretty much the origin, all right, of women, having a lot of authority. Women being deified and looked at as a goddess. They pretty much stemmed from Semiramis. All right. Then in Egypt you had Isis. And so forth and so on. But it was that same deity, all right, that these heathen nations were passed down. And by the time you get to the Romans, it's pretty much Diana of Ephesus, man. All right. And it says, "For a certain man named Demetrius, a silversmith, which made silver shrines for Diana, brought no small gain unto the craftsmen." Yeah, because women worship, All right. Back then, especially idolatry, you had the people that made actual idols, sculpted idols or silversmith, or they sculpted idols out of stone or whatever. They made money off people giving their energy to Diana. You know, they made great game. You see, so you're seeing what Apostle Paul through the word, he's going to affect it, and they can feel it. See, they felt it. Like they felt, people not being at awe at Diana anymore. Just like now, they can feel, Eve can feel that people not in awe of her anymore like they was, man. All right. She's been propped up for so long. Just, we came up thought Eve was just, you know, they were just so smart. They had it, you know. It was the greatest accomplishment ever. If you can just get, a certain woman, at school, everybody, drooling over these certain, few women. That was the prettiest. You see? A woman was just born and she had value. She didn't have to do nothing. She was idolized. She was put, on that pedestal, man. And see what's happening is being broken down. All right? That woman worship, they can feel that worship ain't coming like it used to be. You see? Men have a whole different outlook, and especially the men of Yahweh Shem Shai, it's a whole different outlook, man. And they can feel it. So when you go back into the account dealing with Diane Ephesus, now this is Acts 19:24. It said, for a certain man named Demetrius, a silversmith, which made silver shrines for Diana, brought no small gain unto the craftsmen, whom he called together with the workmen of light occupation, and said, sirs, ye know that by this craft we have our wealth. All right. And you got to think, like, this modern form of woman worship, like there's women that don't have to work because they have a fan base. You see, like these simps, like is that there's women that don't have to work, don't have to do too much of nothing because they have a fan base that pretty much worship them. You see, if that fan base stopped worshiping them, you see, it would change everything. And see, when somebody relying on somebody else's ignorance, to live a certain lifestyle, then they want to keep that person ignorant. They don't want them people to wake up and not know that they ain't shit. You see, it's more than just me out here. All right. That's why you see Eve trying to narrow down, the pool of women we can deal with. Hell no. Why is that? Because if they can keep you ignorant to their BS, they can forward their shit. They can forward their little thing they got going on. But no, the spirit has brothers up. The spirit is awakening in the earth, man. And everyone's like, we've been damn bamboozled, man. You see, 50 years, 60 years of R&B, niggas dedicating their whole album to this nigga. All right. And this is what is created, but see, it's being torn down now, and the word is playing, and the word is having the heaviest influence. Now, when you reading again, it says, moreover, Acts 19:26. Moreover, you see and hear that not alone at Ephesus, but also throughout Asia, this Paul hath persuaded and turned away much people, saying that they be no gods which are made with hand. So just as Paul was preaching the word, and people was, and you had Jake, those Israelite foreigners, snapping out that enchanted mind frame of idolatry, this the same thing happening now. Now our people are snapping out of idolatry, and Esau can feel it. Esau and Eve can feel it, because Esau, all right, with all these different holidays, they know the numbers is going down. With the Christmas and things, they know the numbers is going down. church attendance. They know the numbers is going down, man. All right, the energy that men are giving the women, they see that's going down, and Eve, she's feeling it. You see, part of the pact that Esau and Eve had was, look, pretty much, I'm gonna give you their privilege, but they gonna keep the responsibility. You know, I'm gonna give you their privilege and authority of a man. I'm gonna make you a goddess, and they gonna keep the responsibility. They gonna serve you, and see, it only works if you're enchanted. But since this word is tearing down strongholds, that enchantment is wearing off, that authority that women had over men is wearing off, because niggas don't so like it, you know, Jake, you know, I call him Jake in the world. You know, then you have brothers, they don't care. Like, if you leave, what am I losing? You know, if I step out to a bar and I don't get a woman, so what? What am I losing? And then if you do get a woman, what are you gaining? And the question and the answer to that question, both of those questions, most of the time, is nothing. You see, we was made to believe that a woman wearing a certain outfit was to be pedalized and idolized, but it ain't, a woman taking her clothes off ain't nothing special. Like, all women can do that. Like, what's so great about that? But we looked at it like, you know, this is some great thing because we was enchanted. But see, as this word is destroying these idols, you know, and tearing down these enchantments, Eve can feel it. That's why Eve is lashing out. Like Demetrius, they lashing out, you know, because they feel the effects of it. Now, you go to Acts 19:27, it says, so that not only this our craft is in danger to be set at naught, but also that the temple of the great goddess Diana should be despised, and her magnificence should be destroyed, whom all Asia and the world worship. You see? And you got these simp niggas that jump on the comment board and try to defend Eve's folly. All right, they trying to hold up, you know, the woman worship, man. You see, but it's over with. You had this guy, Bishop Melchizedek. You know, he get on Apostle Gabar video. He made the comment, well, how do you know that scripture? Because that scripture been coming out about, you know, when the men of Israel would go to war and conquer their enemies, how they were supposed to deal, you know, if they seen a woman that was beautiful, all right, that was to their liking, you know, there was a process of dealing with them. So he gonna say, oh, well, how you know they was talking about heathens and not Israelites? You dumb, stupid nigga, man. All right, why the hell would we be going to war with each other, man? Now, you had incidents where you had the tribe of Benjamin and that thing happened, you know, then eventually when the northern and southern kingdom split up, you know, we was at odds, all right? But during the time of Deuteronomy, what were we doing? We was coming into the promised land. Joshua conquered 31 heathen kings, all right? Joshua and the children of Israel, through the aid of Yahweh Bashim al-Shai, conquered 31 heathen kings going into the land, all right, of Canaan, which became the land of Israel. All right. So during that time, when, you know, when that law was put in place, why in the hell would we be warring against each other? That's super stupid. But just to try to hold up idolatry, niggas will say anything. All right. And just to try to hold up, you know, that Queen of Heaven worship, women, that's gonna spaz out. They do not want to give up their authority, man. But it's gone because it ain't up to you. Like. And in this society, because remember he just said the whole world worship Diana. See, in this society, pretty much the earth is just supposed to stop and take heed to the opinion of a woman. That's been the narrative, you know, in the earth. When a woman says something, everybody's supposed to stop, take heed, you know, shed a tear, you know, all these different things. But no, that's over with. Hey, that narrative is played out. It's done. And we don't need your permission. We don't need your approval. Eve is in the scriptures acting like she got to find a precept, before she can approve of it. Like a precept has to be brought to her. Like she has the final say so on what is and what's not. No. All right. Esau Edom made the modern day woman of Israel, the Israelite woman, all right, the damn nigga woman, all right, pretty much he made her a damn anklet bracelet for the Israelite man. They've been used to having that authority to restrict men from all these different things. If they not the source of happiness, then ain't no happiness. She wants to have full restriction and control and authority over the happiness of the Israelite man. All right. No, man, it's over with, man. We done. That idol has been destroyed, man. Now, when you keep reading, it says, and when they heard these sayings, they were full of wrath. You see? Because you can feel the energy of wrath, all right, on these women on the comment board, on these simp niggas on the comment board, man. You can feel the wrath in the comment. You see? Yeah, it's ran its course. It's over. It's done, all right? Your authority is done. You done been manager at, Taco Bell, Popeyes, Applebee's, manager on duty, Juanita Jenkins. You see? She come out with that Fantasia haircut and them 2 goals on the side. All right? That shit is over, man. It's done. And it says, and when they heard these saying, they were full of wrath and cried out, great is Diana of Ephesus. And see, that's what they trying to hype back up. Great is Diana of Ephesus. No, it's over with. All right, the crowd done left the game. All right, and if you an Israelite man being ruled over by a woman, all right, you deserve everything to happen to you, man. All right, that will make you extremely stupid. You see, extremely stupid, man, to be getting ruled over by a woman in this time, man, and this energy of masculinity is in the earth, man. The house of David is here, man, and we've been set free. See, let's get that, man. And Yahushua, we've been loose from that, man. You see, you gotta understand what that really mean when Yahushua made this statement. This is St. John 8:32. And it says, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. We free from that narrative, all right, of woman worship, putting women on pedestal, women having authority and being, restrictive over men. We through with that. It don't matter. They can leave. Every woman in America can pack it up and go. So what? It don't matter. And you brothers, you gotta reclaim that power back, man. When you got the power where you not driven by your lust, you don't care how good a woman look, how she shaped. Of course, we men, we're gonna be moved, but see, we can control it now. You see? That don't make our day. We can control it now when you can hold out. Cause see, they've been using it as leverage. They've been using the box, special woman that look good, she been using it. They've been using it as leverage for the loans, but now it don't matter. All right, keep your box. You see, you can keep it. You good. And that's a way of claiming back power, man. Discipline, like the elder brother Zahab down here, he did a beautiful lesson. Hey, you brothers and sisters should check it out, man. You don't have to wait into the kingdom to act like it, man. Because see, now we're men that have standards. Like they had their standards for so long. You got to be this tall, all right? You got to be, make this amount of money. You got to perform like this sexually. You see? You got to drive, certain type of car. They had all these expectations on men with no expectation on their asses, man. All right? Here it is. She get to walk around in a $17 outfit and making all these commands and having these standards, man. That's done, man. We got standards now. All right? We got standards. If you got kids, this is me personally. If you got kids, you out of there. All right? if you can't benefit me in a particular way, you can't make a garment, you can't you know, you don't know nothing about the herbs, you don't know how to make a necklace, all right? You don't know how to do nothing beneficial for me, it ain't nothing to talk about, man. You see? Brothers, hey, set you some standards, man, and live by them, man. We got the standards now, man. All right? That shit is broke up. You know? They done played, they done got, you know, they done got away with that shit for too long. It's over. You see? Um, I'm gonna jump to verse 36. It says, if the Son, which is Yahweh Shai, therefore shall make you free, ye shall be free indeed. We free indeed, man. All right? You're not bound to no damn restrictions of no woman, man. We free indeed, man, through Yahweh Shai, man. And we're tearing down these idols. You see, this way of thinking, man, that has ruled the earth, Eve and the serpent, is being torn down, man. So you got Esau, he panicking cause you got people not looking at him as a god anymore. And then you have Eve, she's in panic mode because they're not looking at her as a goddess, man. You see? It's wearing off because the house of David is being risen up. The angel Yahweh Shai is getting closer and closer to the earth, man. It's just done. I'll end it here. Let's get this in Micah. I believe it's Micah. All right, this is the book of Micah, chapter 5, verse 7. It says, and the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as dew from the Lord Yahweh by Shema Shai. And as the showers upon the grass that teareth not for man, and waiteth for the sons of men. And the remnant, which is the elect of Jacob, shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion, all right, among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flock of sheep, who if he go through, both tread it down and tear it in pieces, and none can deliver. And that's when the Lord gonna lift up a standard, because the house of David is scattered everywhere. Those men are scattered everywhere. And see, when that standard is lifted, those men gonna get busy in them regions, man, wherever they at, and these people gonna be through. And it says, thy hand shall be thy hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and thy enemy shall be cut off. And it shall come to pass in that day, said the Lord Yahweh by Shema Shai, that I will cut off thy horses out of the midst of thee, and I will destroy thy chariots, and I will cut off the cities off thy land, and try down all thy strongholds, and I will cut off witchcrafts out of thy hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. Thy graven images also will I cut off, thy standing images out of the midst of thee, and thou shalt no more worship the work of thine hands. Women worship is dying, all right, and it's dead amongst us, man. Now we have, you know, our hiccups in the flesh. You see, we in the flesh. We, you know, like we just not, you know, like we not move when we see certain things, you know. But it's about the control over it now, and it's about what we have centered our life around now. You see. So as we see the worship of women, you know, anticipating, you know, it's drawing back, it's diminishing. This is why you see this lashing out, you know. All on the comment board, leaving them paragraphs. We not reading that long ass shit, man. You through. All right, when you get through all that goddamn typing, you still through. Now it will behoove you to repent, so you can have some mercy. You know, it will behoove you to repent to receive mercy, man. Instead of walking around proud, thinking you still got some authority, and that authority gonna translate in the kingdom to come. No, that authority gonna leave. All right, it might not make it to the end of this year, man. You know, the way prophecy going, that little authority you got, your little authority is based on the grid. When the grid go down, you go down. All right, you done. When 911 stop answering, you done. When the assistance All right, these assistants stop coming in. These little careers you got. When that's done, you done. All right. But we got something within us, man. That's your Howard shot. See, we got something we can tap into that's unlimited. You see, your authority and your power was limited to this kingdom. All right, it was pretty much idol worship, man. You know. Yep. So Lord will, you brothers and you few sisters edified. All right, and we're watching, the word of Yahweh Shem Al Shah bring down idols, man. Spiritually, then it's gonna happen physically. So Lord will, you was edified to the next time I say Shalom, Kwam Yasha Allah, Abab Abal, DTA soon.